think it was the game. I think OBS freaked out when I turned off Elgato and switched to this. It's pretty much what made it freeze. I think your game is cursed. It's haunted! It's haunted and froze OBS. It's haunted. That would make sense for this game. That's what I'm saying! The stream got haunted. Holy crap, you guys. All the freaking love. You guys are so freaking amazing and sweet. I still think the butler did it. There's a butler? On to hugs. I blame the jerk ass in this game. Fair. Completely fair. Okay, so while Accidental Hermit is looking, I'm gonna get into the game. Hall, thank you so much for not only being a lovely Patreon supporter, but also for picking this game and sending it on to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There is no butler? I didn't think so. There is a butler? Well, we haven't seen them yet. But thank you, Hall. Oh, there is. I continue. Oops. All right, we found out our friend died. Also, I don't remember this. Our friend is dead. I forgot. We ended it on a pretty serious note. You haven't met him yet, but there is. Amazing. We are not safe. Oh. It was that close. October 24th, Monday. Oop. That is such an overused trope. I was joking. Butler's gonna buttle. What do you do? I buttle, sir. Anyway, Rose just died. Yeah. Well, it's our coworker, not really friend. But yeah. Lurk all you need, Cynthia. Oh, I have a new relationship? With who? Oh, with Marianne. I'm back to normal? Or did I raise and lower? That's probably what happened. October 23rd. Help me, help me, help me, help me. News broke out of Rose Cooper being found dead in her flat the evening before. The authorities classified the crime as homicide, possibly linked to the notorious Anselm Butcher, Butler, the mysterious serial killer who had committed brutal murders over the years and left their bodies with the signature phrase, "Help me." All right. You raised it and then lowered it? Yeah, that's probably what happened. Let me know about volume. Let me know if it's too loud or anything. You're really early in. I've only been playing 2 hours at a time, and I've only played 2 times since. Because for Patreon picks, I play once a month and for a couple hours. So, intro this for YouTube? I did. I said it was a Patreon pick from Hall. Also, sound is good? Sweet. Also, Kath, did you get the game that Theron picked? Oh, an Accidental Hermit, you can just type in chat which game you want, and I'll whisper you the code. Whenever. You can take your time looking through it. Hi, Hex Girl. Steam's being a butt and not downloading the game. It's a computer issue, though, not a code issue. But you did redeem the code? There we go. Nice. I'm surprised it's a point and click. Buzzing sensation jolts me awake. My body still wants to sleep, to forget what I heard, what I saw last night. Oh, this stream? Because it'll be separated. Apologies if you did. No, I did in the beginning of this. Not with the separation. I introed it after we went live again. And I got detention? Thank you. I did redeem the code. Yes, we're good to go. Cool. I won't be spoiling. I'm very good about that. Well, no, we just say that in general, too, because some people get excited. The only person who can really tell me anything is Hall, because it's their Patreon pick. So... Never gave tips unless asked. No problem. Here. Oh, no. I did know there's tons of endings. I do know. Hall wants to know what choices I pick. So Hall's not going to help me pick choices F. Red Horizon. I will make that happen. Oop. All right. Red Horizon. Let me find it. I will whisper you the code, and then just let me know as soon as you've redeemed it. Hey, there we go. Done. All right, bring everything forward. Getting that too, thank you. That's the best way to play it, blind choices for first run. I'm glad to see it. Oh, I'm nervous. All right. Yeah. But it's there, nudging, prodding at me. Slowly I become aware of how awkward my position is, and the aches that accompany sleeping in a curled up position the night before. If I even slept at all. The memories are impossible to forget now that Rose is gone. They say it's easier when you say it aloud. Instead, the words weigh heavier on me each time. She's gone. Gone because of me. Gone because one letter I was too curious to look at. I should have been more careful. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I should have destroyed it before anyone else had gotten involved. I should have... The notification light on my laptop blinks incessantly, mockingly. When I look at it, as if it's calling me back to my sense of normalcy. I check it nevertheless, out of habit more than anything. To all BRC employees, in light of the recent events, there will be an all-staff emergency meeting from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Attendance is a must. Company changes, new hierarchy, and policies will be discussed during the meeting. Everyone is expected to bring a copy of their own attendance logs and sales reports for the last 6 months and to be submitted for your respective managers for review. We are expecting everyone's cooperation. Thank you. Joanne Alice Schultz, BRC HR Manager. If this were one of those typical days, I'd happily comply and get myself to our office. Today my limbs just feel heavy. On one hand, going will keep me busy, take my mind elsewhere. On the other, the place in itself is a stark reminder of what my own fears have cost me. You should go to work. Especially since, around people is safer for you, I feel like. Moping won't get me anywhere. This is just one of those things, isn't it? You deal with it with a smile, no matter how bad things get, and hope for the best. Although my whole body feels like lead and my limbs are sore, I push myself away from the chair and head to the shower. The letter I dropped on the floor last night flutters open as I pass by, unfolding for no one else but me to see. Every word written on it glares back at me. They sneer. They ridicule. Like living beings fully aware of what they've done. With a huff, I pick it up and shove it into my bag, perhaps with more anger and frustration than I'm used to showing. This, too, I'll deal with. Somehow I'll find a way and make things right. I have to. Before it takes more people from me, even if I must do it on my own. October 24th, Monday, same day. I haven't caught up. How did this person die? They died, we don't know. They're just found dead in their room. Nope, anyone who dies, it's all on you. Thanks, Hall! Homicide with help me written in blood all over the flats walls. That. Tara did a much better explanation. Hall, what? What did I do, Hall? Did I do it bad? Did I already do it bad? Fuck. I just don't want her to be alone. Papers rustling, telephones ringing, feet shuffling. Overall, today looks like a typical working day at Briar Realty Corporation. Hall's stressing Cat out. You are! I'm good. They're dead. Except it isn't. The air is thick with tension and unspoken questions. No doubt everyone present has already heard about Rose. If they missed last night's report, they'd likely see it in the morning news, in the papers, or on various news sites on the internet. Everywhere is a bitter reminder. In fact, everyone's giving me a wide berth. as though the mere mention of Rose would be enough to trigger something in me. It's appreciated, but it only serves to create a bigger hole in the place Rose has left me. After lunch, my boss calls for a meeting. I don't have to look up from my work to know what it's about. He's in a strange, pensive mood today, probably out of respect for a dead colleague. Oddly, I'd appreciate it more if he just shouted at me today. Anything is better.
I'm sure you've all heard of what happened to Miss Cooper. She was a valued member of our team, and she will be missed.
Aw, take care, Yanatik. Thank you so much for hanging out, because I want to see all your decisions, too. Have a lovely evening. Good luck at work.
There's no
Be
date
safe.
for a funeral yet, but those who wish to attend, kindly speak with your respective supervisors. By the way, has anyone heard about our still AWOL staff? None? HR, you know what to do. Santos, a word? In my office?
At the end of it, I've been given the entirety of Rose's workload, including finalizing the rights papers and having been promised an ample compensation for my efforts. I think he's expecting me to be happy about it. Instead, I immerse myself in my work. I have to, anyway, if I want to forget. Time flies when you do, and by the time I give notice, it's already late. I got Employee of the Month as an achievement. Well, I got an achievement, guys. Isabella Santos drowned herself with work the whole day to forget about the devastating news of her mentor's death. However, she ended up stumbling upon the mysterious disappearances of her other colleagues, and just when she realized something important. What do you mean just when? What? Also save in a new save. Everyone's already gone, leaving me in the company of a radio and a member of our janitorial staff. I don't even know his name. Rose likely does. She remembers people easily like that.
The Luxbon Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
The radio blares one name after another. Hold on a second. Missing? Aren't they? Still, I have to check. Frantic, I turn back to my desktop. A loud tapping of my fingers against the keys fills the office for the better part of my shift as I look through everything. The background about the place, its history from the current owners, and a list of employees hired under BRC. And I'm right. Of course I am. BRC may have a lot of staff. They may have a lot of agents hired, but I remember those names anywhere. After all, they're also a part of the crew who worked with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Then the letters... No, that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is...
Something snaps into place in the fraction of a moment. These people, Rose, the letter.
I need to... No. If it's like this, they still won't believe me. I have to make sure of it first.
Evidence doesn't lie. That's what Ash often says, right? If I have proof, then maybe... I don't want to get my hopes up yet, but maybe there's still some way I can save them. The letter, my phone, papers, anything that will be useful. I grab all of them and stuff them into my bag. I can't stay here. There's something I need to do. There's something those people should... The noise cuts sharply through the room, stopping my hand short of cramming a pen into my bag.
Hello? Anyone there?
Someone must have left their printer open again. I may be in a hurry, but if I don't turn off, another person is certainly going to have a fit tomorrow over wasted company resources. Most of the time it's Rose who does the nagging, but the clicking of my pen in my hand is a welcome distraction as I search for the said object. Each stride my feet takes also echoes throughout the empty workplace. I've lost sight of the janitor minutes ago, and with me being the only one left... See, I was trying to avoid her being alone! The tapping of my feet against the wooden floor is something I soon learned to appreciate. It doesn't take me long to find it. By the time I turn it off, 5 pages have already strewn about on the ground, the paper tray also having been left ajar. Sighing, I pick each of it up to put someplace proper. But the page that greets me next makes my blood run cold. The chill that makes its way up my spine is as numbing as the day in the attic. The sheets crinkle under my tense grip. All I can hear is the breathing. Oh my God, can I read? All I can hear is my breathing as it rasps through my gritted teeth. But before I can even gather myself, take the first steps out of here, total darkness suddenly envelops me. No. 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 And as if hearing every horrid thought running inside my head right now, something snaps. A soft creak grating through the thin veil of stillness has descended in the room. Every muscle, every bone in my body goes rigid at the sound. Familiar. So familiar now. How dare you! Soothsayer, thank you for the 666 biddies. Thank you. Yeah, not surprised. I would run the other way, yeah. This is normal. Thank you. Okay, I hate this sound. I mean, it's not like the Grudge sound. It's similar. It's not exactly it. Damn it, it loops. Okay. Yet my own traitorous curiosity still presses me to take a careful peek over the cubicle's wall. Nope. It's her standing in the only exit of the office, albeit facing away from me. She doesn't even need to turn around for me to know it's the same as shape and face. Tattered clothes and unsightly gait. The same person in the attic. I take a step back. The pen I'm holding slips from my hand and her entire head turns. I hate it. I hate it. A scream almost escapes my mouth and I duck under the table as quickly as I can. My heart is pounding against my chest. I can hear the bone-chilling sounds of her walk, the weird clicking that follows her, and telltale squelch of something wet as she walks towards me. Nearer and nearer. The sounds are slowly getting louder. The only thing keeping the whimper from escaping me is my hand as it covers my mouth. Someone please save me. Anyone. I close my eyes, muttering a continuous stream of prayers, all while attempting to steady my own breathing. Please, please don't let her near me. Hear me. What? Use the spacebar to stop the pointer? Okay. Fuck. Fuck! Fuck! I died. I got an achievement! Necrotic paralysis.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
When the last lines of my prayer have left me, all that remains is a hush. None of her footsteps, nor those chilling sounds she makes. Only silence. Is it safe? Another second passes, and when nothing comes... What? Fuck, don't do that. Fuck! Okay. So I'm assuming I have to lift. Oh, it loads me here? Oh, shit. Second time is grasp the nettle, can't stop, won't stop. God damn it. Are the achievements I got. Was the ghost praying? Yeah, she was imitating me. And then I guess killed me. The seconds, minutes stretch out before me agonizingly. Is she gone? Slowly I open my eyes to take a peek. I don't dare move or make a noise. In the face of such horror, I can only beg, let out silent pleas to whoever is out there. Please, please don't let her notice. I want to live. Hannah. How dare you? Nicely done, thanks. Oh my god. That's a shift. I don't want to be Hannah. Hannah Wright Nay Evans. Birthday April 30th, Taurus, 31 years old. Height 5'7". Occupation heiress. Former fiance manager. Finance manager, I can read. Nationality British. Religion Anglican. Education, master's in business administration, major in accounting, likes, I don't know how to pronounce that. Dogs, fashion, parties and dancing, the beach, children, iconic women, charity, math. Of the Luxborn upper class, Hannah is used to living a life of luxury. Absent parents made her crave for attention, though, something she gained from her private tutors and nannies instead. It was never enough, however. She studied hard in order to make her parents proud, going into business so that she could work alongside them. The challenge in her otherwise privileged life was certainly a thrill for her, at the very least. She had many suitors, dating different men and women, but it was... Ooh... Oh, she's bisexual. But it was through work that she met Luke. It was love at first sight for her. You want to be with a racist prick? Okay. Upon her parents' death, Luke proposed to her. That was the move that led to the merging of Wright Enterprise and Evans Incorporated and her subsequent retirement. Their 7-year marriage is strained, but Hannah tries her best to make it work. Oh, Hannah. Glad I retained something from French class. That might mean her maiden name was Evans. Oh. And cliffhanger. Yup. I love how they animated that. I'm so nervous. At least we aren't the dick husband. That's true. I don't want to be him. For me at least, then playing as each character helped me understand them more, so even if I didn't like them when they were introduced, they often changed by the time the chapter ends. Well, that killed it. The big horror is paused in favor of the more subtle social horror of some sort of party. I was entirely wrong earlier. Thank you, Fender. I misread how you said it, and then I realized what was happening. Give me hugs. Not always, but most of the time. For liking some people. Your parents are dead. Yeah, let's get hitched. I was like, that's the wrong time to propose. What the fuck is that proposal? This is a blind play, but can we warn about QTEs? Technically, that's up to Hall. I wonder if Luke proposed at the funeral? I'm shook it was admitted. Alright. Alright. Well, this is weird. It is far too easy to get them to pay attention. Enraptured. They hang on to my every word and follow my every move. All of it would have been stifling had I not grown used to such stares. Most are respectful, some are hostile, if we are honest. And few are downright inappropriate. After all, I am...
Hannah Wright!
There's a moment of agitation as a familiar, but less than welcome face approaches me with a suggestive smirk on his face. Oh, sweet mercy. I'd prefer them be as surprised as the game intended. Okay. I've heard of hooking up at funerals, but the thought of proposing at a funeral is just so much funnier and messed up. Please stay back. Yeah, I don't want this man anywhere closer to me than he already is. Like, I don't care that I'm Hannah. I just don't want it. Please and thank you. Let me get more water, though. Of course, I have to keep a benevolent smile and greet him as I greet any good friend. After all, this man can turn heads, being famous in his own right.
Officer Lee! What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
He is more Luke's friend than mine, really, and I am quite sure I only invited his wife. Much like I am only friends with the chief inspector because of Luke, Luke is only friends with Rochelle because of me. Unlike how I treated Lee, however, Luke never hid his animosity for the Lee matriarch. It was an odd sort of friendship where we would have awkward double dates. I don't even recall his first name. It started with an N, I think. I might be wrong. Aside from being chief inspector of Luxborn Police, his wife, Rochelle Lee Nay Vance, owns a General Electronics company, fridges and freezers mostly.
Oh, I always have time for my favorite socialite couple. Might I say, you look positively ravishing tonight. I see the husband isn't with you.
Oh, God. The way he eyes me up is enough to make my skin crawl. I just wish Luke is here to fend off the more unseemly of our peers. Sir? No? Ew? So they're frenemies? I guess so. You know the ones. Men who are just a bit too friendly, staring too long at my assets, and getting close just because my husband is not there. And to think they have the gall to do this at my own party. In my own house, if I might add. But like any high society woman worth her salt, I know how to handle it with grace and dignity.
I suppose you are looking pleasant as well. Luke's busy with work, unfortunately. Rochelle isn't here?
A shame. I do hope he isn't causing you much trouble. That husband of yours can be a bit daft sometimes, acting like he's still some young bachelor.
Stranger danger, stranger danger. Oops, I right-clicked. Put it away, Chief Inspector. No one wants to see it.
The wife sends her regards and her apologies, but something came up with a doctor and she needed to attend to it. You know her, being pregnant and all.
We make small talk. Rather, I'm forced to do so, as he would not leave my side after finding his place there. Much to my chagrin, if that's how you say that, I've been extricated from the few who flock in hopes of flattering, for I can tolerate them far better than Lee. He is a nice enough person, and I adore his wife, who is obviously the brains behind the two. But there is something unsettling about him. I do not trust him as much as I want to. He regaled to me tales of the Luxborn Police Department, a different affair to the usual gossip I am privy to, and, though I loathe to admit, is interesting nonetheless. I expect the topic of business to die out quickly, which would be understandable enough due to the confidential nature of his work. But oh boy, was I wrong.
So, wearing civvies, I steal and drive off with one of the police mobiles, right? In the mirror, I see the new tank chasing on foot and screaming about theft. The look on his face was priceless when I parked it in the garage.
Oh my. You made him chase you all the way home for a prank. What did Rochelle have to say about that?
Rochelle has a strange love and hate affair with Lee. He is a married man who did not grow up past his early 20s, judging by the way he acts. Surprisingly enough, they've been married for a good 20 years. A lifetime, if you compare it to my marriage of 7 years with Luke. I, on the other hand, well, Luke is no Lee. I should be happy about that, I suppose. Although my darling did have his moments.
The wife pulled my ear and gave me a good talking to, though. Besides, we live in a flat a block away, so it wasn't much of a grand chase.
Weren't you living in a house near the countryside?
Moved for work, you know. Or you probably don't.
No, I don't. But a flat in downtown? I suppose if that's what you like.
Oh, it's horrid. Hate that tiny place, no matter how convenient it can be for work. 55 square yards are not enough when you need to get away from the wife. I wouldn't mind a place away from the city. Even started looking at the ads. I spied an interesting lot, actually. Heard it was finally put up for sale, or that something mansion. You know the one with all the ghost stories.
I know what he is talking about. There are really only a few urban legends around here. It's
the Ermagerd mansion?
Ermagerd!
That's the one. Worthy of a king it is. I'd buy it myself, but Rochelle would only gripe if I brought it up to her. Not to mention all the expenses a place like that will be a real fixer-upper. You also have to find someone willing to work there with how superstitious people can be.
If it becomes a problem, just hire someone to do an exorcism.
Why are all these ladies with crap dudes? I know. That someone wants to have sex with them? I think early 20s is being generous, to be honest, Hannah. True. Put him at the maturity of a 15-year-old max. I wonder that IRL as well. damned about us. Hannah, exactly.
Actually, I do know of someone who could be up to the task. You remember the Ludgates party at their Christchurch summer residence?
Of course. It was an excellent soiree. Everything was so classy, too.
Oh, that place was a pigsty until they hired out this interior designer and they turned it into a bloody palace. She worked for the Exodus for their apartment in Soho too, and they recommended her when we were looking up pieces for our beach house in Porto Colom.
That's a good point, actually.
I think I have a business card right. No, I must have left it in my other jacket. Anyway, she's called, what's her name? McCollough, Marianne, I believe, yes. But truly, if anyone were to get that place in McCollough, well, they'd be the envy and the talk of the town.
Well, if you put it that way, I might just snatch it up for myself. This place was starting to feel a bit small lately anyway.
Sure, a 3-story penthouse might not fit the description of small for some people. Eat the rich. Okay, maybe a lot of people. But it isn't big enough to have grand parties in. As it is, I only invited about 30 people to this one and it already feels cramped in here. It certainly would be nice if I didn't have to ride an elevator up and down several floors before I can get anywhere as well. All Luke's words and not mine. Besides, I have been looking for a good anniversary gift. Luke might like this one. Where is he anyway? October 21st, Friday. Excuse you, small rich people be like, LOL. I know. 3-story penthouse? Why can no one who is rich say Marianne? What do they say? Oh, they say the last name. I know. That room has more floor space than most homes. Yup. Only 30 people? How can you call yourself a hostess? Fuck you, Hannah. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. Monday, October 17th. Hannah, Wright threw a party in their penthouse at the Cache. The city's most powerful were seen, including Chief Inspector Harvey Lee of the Luxbourne Police Department. From him, the socialite heard of the Ermagerd Mansion's upcoming open house and of the interior designer Marianne. Save. Luke is dressed to the nines, as he usually is, and he looks ready for whatever the day will throw at him. His butler and valet... Is this the butler? They all say Mary Ann. I would say Marianne. How else do you pronounce it? His butler and valet wait at his side, just in case he isn't as ready as he looks. Oh, sure, that is normal. What is confusing me is the fact that he is on his way out of the penthouse, considering we won't have anywhere to go until much later.
Where are you going?
I am to attend the Triad Autumn Tasting. I do believe I informed you of this 2 weeks ago.
This is indeed the butler. Hannah's not making a good first impression.
Yes. And might I remind you that I had stricken that off your schedule? Because 1, the doctor told you to stop consuming so much alcohol. And 2, I informed you a few days ago about the open house we are going to attend in its place. I've even found this marvelous interior designer, Marianne McCollough.
Oh, Mary Ann instead of Marianne. Looks like a grown-up Chucky with gel-fixed hair.
It's a 3.5-hour drive to Cardiff. I don't have time for this. This is like that little party you threw all over again. You don't inform me of it, and you expect me to stay and be a gracious host when I have business elsewhere. You know how I operate, Hannah. Unless this was penciled in, I am sticking to my schedule.
I don't care if he dies.
If I may intrude, the madam is correct. Your physician did insist you moderate your drinking, unless you wish to incur acute pancreatitis. And you did have this open
German
house
accent.
penciled in last Wednesday morning.
Bullocks, I don't remember doing so.
Well, you did. While very hungover, in fact.
He did. moaned about me being too loud, but gave in after some pushing. Perhaps that was a bit too cruel and manipulative of me, but...
Whose side are you on?
Come on, Luke. You promised we'd do whatever I want this weekend.
Gordon Bennett, fine. I am giving this house tour of yours a chance. But if it proves to be a waste of time, I am going to Cardiff, and you are going to take a cab home. Are we clear?
It's just a bit of a husband and wife tit for tat, isn't it? All couples have their arguments. No, honey, he's just a dick. Once the honeymoon phase is over, as they seem to call it, reality sets in that you and your partner might not always see eye to eye. That's fine, but he literally is treating her like trash. There's a difference. Maybe it has been the years. 7 of them is nothing to scoff at. I honestly think the 7-year mark is like one of the hardest to get past.
I just cannot bloody believe I agreed to this. I was really looking forward to the triad tasting.
Though sometimes I think it's something a bit more than just simple disagreements, and I have to stop myself from wondering where we went wrong.
There's always the Triad Christmas tasting in Manchester next month, and that'll only be an hour-and-a-half drive.
Have I been neglectful? Have I offended? Have I acted shamefully?
Yes, but Cardiff...
Certainly, any problem can be discussed, as long as he doesn't turn me away.
Well, there goes my good mood. Are you happy now, Hannah?
Why must he treat me this way? Defend myself.
Yes, I am very happy, Luke. Because for once in a very long time, we are doing what I want. I'm ecstatic. Understood? And this would be perfect if you stop acting like a child who needs their nappy changed. We will be leaving after lunch for the Ermengarde mansion. You are going to park your rear in the car and keep mum. And you are going to behave during the tour.
I probably... He liked me more for that? That is not what I expected to happen. Needless to say, Luke looks a bit shocked at my little outburst. He opened and closed his mouth a few times, struggling to reply before he crosses his arms to look like, well, a moping child.
Any more rules for this little excursion of yours, Your Highness?
Masochist? Maybe. Shove him out of the window? Kill the husband? Hook up with the butler? Oh my god. 2 Brits with a German butler. This is the start of a bad joke. Oh my god. John's fake German accent. Johans? Is that his name? Johans is a little perfect antidote for Luke's childishness. Yeah. He likes them strong women. He likes to be dominated? Maybe. I don't know what he likes. I don't want to know what he likes in the bedroom pair.
No wine.
No wine? Unacceptable! I am already
not
allowed to the tasting, and you would deprive me of that simple pleasure.
If I see you take one sip today, I will put the stocks under lock and key. Do you understand me?
Don't forget the bottles he keeps in his dresser.
Whose side are you on?
How many times in one day can you ask that?
As many times as I need you, traitor.
I liked how high-pitched his voice got. Whose side are you on? Unacceptable! The ride to the mansion is quiet, with Luke having stared out the window the entire way, not paying attention to anything around him. Meanwhile, I'm conflicted. I don't know if I should apologize for changing his plans like that. But by the time we arrive at the mansion, I see his eyes light up with genuine interest. Apologizing is the last thing on my mind. The whole affair with the Ermengarde mansion is certainly an interesting experience. The place had been renovated and restored by the owners to what they claim to be acceptable standards. The mansion itself looks like something befitting a fairy tale or a period piece. It is tastefully decorated, and with a bit of love and attention, I'm sure it can be a place Luke and I can call home. And the number of other prospective buyers that have come from the powerful and wealthy Luxborn certainly did not disappoint, marking the estate as prime property. The Lees are amongst the group who went with the Rose Woman, and I saw a few other notable faces, though I did not really feel like mingling. Unfortunately for every one of them, the Wrights are interested in buying. Right? Anyway, I got Wheel and Woe. I love Johannes. The butler's great. Is he throwing a tantrum? Yes. The glasses glare at the end. I love the butler. What's been bugging my mind, however, is that Isabel. What is her problem? I still don't quite understand what is happening. She looks weird here for some reason. One moment, she is scrambling to give us the paperwork to finalize the sale, then the next she's panicking over some prank letter or something.
Dear me. Is Isabella all right?
It is apparent, with the way she shakes and by the pallor of her skin, something has really shaken her up. I clicked off because there is no cursor lock. Oh no, everything's wrong. Well, everything should be fine. Can you guys, I assume you can hear the music still.
Isabella.
Yeah.
Do you need me to call that ambulance?
Cursor lock is one line of code. Yeah. I am worried, but it will be best if she is attended to by someone more familiar to her, like her partner. But even then, the girl refuses Rose's offered drink and looks just about ready to make a run for it.
No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me. I'll be back.
Oops. Wait, no, what was she?
Excuse me. I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
And she does so, just as I predicted, and her partner follows like a concerned mother. There's an awkward air among us as we are left in the wake of whatever that was. The others murmur and gossip with each other, speaking of the poor, daft girl. Okay, I thought it was like poor as in poor. And telling the tale to whoever was not audience to the act in the first place. It doesn't take long for the woman, Rose, to return and pull us aside into the study for what I rightfully assume is damage control. Rose invites Marianne in too, hoping to apologize to her as well. But the woman refuses, saying she is not one of her clients anyway. That leaves myself, Luke, Rose, and Luke, and the last all too eager to make himself comfortable in a study he no doubt has already claimed his own.
I can't apologize enough about what just happened. Please forgive Isabella. She's been under a lot of pressure lately. She's young and all those rumors about this being haunted just got to her head. And it must be this terrible heat too. Not a drop of rain for days now.
Oh yeah, the second game was mentioned for the pick. Yeah, and I sent it to Accidental Hermit. I don't know if it got redeemed though. Forgot the title. It was Red Horizon. Sound is fine. Okay, cool. All right.
Are you sure it is wise to just let her go like that?
Yeah, I got it. Oh, sweet. Cool. I will delete it then. Thank you. Save. Cool.
Where is the poor dear? She might get hurt.
She's more likely to hurt somebody else, given what just happened.
I told her to sit down and take a break. Already rang someone to pick her up, too.
That might be for the best, dear. But please, we're here to talk about the mansion, yes? Why, I absolutely adore it. Don't you, Luke? Some of the rooms will certainly have to be repurposed. We want to change the appliances and have Marianne lead on the decor, but the whole thing is just lovely.
I guess. It's certainly a lot roomier than our penthouse.
Exactly. Lots of space for guests, parties, a lot of room for little ones to run around too.
Let's not discuss that right now, Buttercup. Anyway, I do think it would be a shame to let this mansion slip past us.
But you haven't even finished touring the house.
Well, we like what we've seen.
I am making her job easier for her, am I not? No need for loans and long price negotiations. We can just sign a contract and close the deal. Really, you'd think the woman will be happy about an easy sale. I know how these estate agents worked, how long they had to wait, and how much they had to spend even just for a single sale. Why she should be jumping for joy by now. I'm sure the commission of this mansion is nothing to sneeze at, even if she has to split it with the Isabel girl.
Do you think we could have horses here?
Yes, those do sound nice, love. Anyway, if anyone else is interested in buying this property, I assure you that I'm able and willing to give a better offer.
A vineyard would be nice. Or maybe
And we do reward our people quite generously, Rose. So if I were you, I would start on that paperwork.
helicopter pad.
Okay, Luke. I pause. And there's a small moment of complete silence where Rose and I just stare incredulously at Luke. It is an unspoken understanding, a rule, between the two of us that we have to put on an act. With our social standing, where image matters, it is also important to avoid making enemies. And to follow this rule is an easy feat for me. From youth, I have been well-trained social butterfly, gracious and graceful. Luke, on the other hand...
What, Luke? No, what? Whatever would we need a helipad for?
Well, he likes to play the fool sometimes, even if he is anything but. As he throws me a wry smile, I shake my head and beckon Rose over. This is to be our home, and there is nothing she or anyone else can do to change my mind. This is a place that speaks of power and importance, and at the same time, of safety and comfort. Perhaps we can even have a family here. There's definitely no better gift than this for our special date. Why, everything here is absolutely wonderful. I'm sorry, this is a painting in the study. First of all, that scared the shit out of me. Second of all, why is this a painting in the study? Well, except for this ugly painting in the study. It looks like a bad fake of an Edvard Munch painting. Oh, hi!
Here's the deal. I'm willing to pay 10% higher than your listing price.
Thanks, game. Yeah, my heart jumped. Hannah gets a bit of a bonus for being a bit worried. Yeah. I don't mind Hannah. I hate Luke. It scared me, yeah. I sure hope that artist was commissioned quite well for that. Because they're dead now.
If anyone tries to outbid us, just add another 5%. I doubt anyone can, of course. Or, you know what? Just add 15% to the listing price, and we can sign all the paperwork now.
I guess, if that's what you want. That won't be any trouble.
The art looks good, but I would have placed it somewhere else.
I don't have all the papers now. Didn't think this would be a quick sell. I'll have copies sent to you so you can look over them. And if you'd still like to finish the rest of the tour with Isabella's group, you're more than welcome to.
No, I think we're good here. We'd appreciate a private tour of the place a lot more, I think.
All right. Should I let Marianne in, then?
Marianne? Oh, right. She's been waiting outside the study this whole time, hasn't she? I'll need to have a little chat with her to move this little mansion project forward.
Please do.
The look of apprehension when the other woman enters the study. There is a look. Yet, like a professional, I see the moment when she steels herself and masks her worry. Admirable.
We have this project, then?
Of course. Will you be needing anything from us?
Having the floor plans would be a great start, just so that I can look at them beforehand. And if you could tell me when you're available for a meeting so that I can include it in my calendar?
Oh, is a meeting really all that necessary, Marianne? I guess we can send Johans to help you out. You two can start by getting rid of this ugly painting.
Did you really fucking have to do the sound again? I swear to God. It looks perfect for a basement or attic. No, I would just get rid of it. Anyway. A hush falls upon the room at my request.
What painting?
And lo and behold, the painting is gone. In its place, a mirror stands, which leaves me to look at my own confused expression.
Odd. Well, no matter. Back to the topic at hand.
It's this fucking mirror?
Here. We are simply far too busy to meet up.
Oh, no. Nope. Put it at the end of a long, dark hallway. Hell no. Painting that comes back if you try to get rid of it. I would cry. What painting? Or perhaps maybe I should free up my schedule, question the need for a meeting. Wait, what am I doing? I don't know. Okay, I am out. Nope. Wait, okay, so backlog? Back to the topic at hand, Marianne. Dear, we are simply far too busy to meet up. Or perhaps maybe I should free up my schedule. I'd say free up my schedule. And Hannah just says, oh, that's weird. Yeah, like that would not be my response. Wants a meeting to review the house stuff. Okay. Deciding whether or not to meet with Marianne.
But I guess we can free up a day to meet with you.
Aw, good. I think Marianne increased. Cool.
I don't really need another Maudlin Monday reading
Are you having a
about
meeting
Maury
with Marianne
anyway.
about the house or blowing
The
her
book
off?
club
Gotcha.
can function without me for one day.
Thank you, guys.
What time shall we be seeing each other? How does lunch sound?
Besides, my house has a higher priority over book club. Why, we can hold the next meeting in this place. Hannah might be very effing rich, but she is also very naive. Yeah. Surely the beauty and grandeur of it all will inspire spirited and lively debates about whether modern-day writers could match up to the classics. I might as well clear up the rest of my week and to handle whatever affairs buying this mansion requires of me. Any social activity can be put off until the Ermagerd, or rather, the Wright Mansion's great debut. I'll have my fill of great parties and gatherings, especially when I organize them myself.
That sounds good. Although, with a project of this scope, we might need most of the day to tackle your concerns. A more thorough inspection of the place is also preferable.
Breakfast then. It's a date.
It's really not.
All right. Monday. 10 o'clock sharp. We'll see you then.
Okay. Actually, Marianne suggested that we meet at 9, but who is even awake at that unholy hour? I was lucky enough to wake up this morning when Luke went all the way to before Luke went all the way to Cardiff. We say our goodbyes, shake our hands, and make it clear without outright saying it that we now own this house. By the time we leave the mansion grounds, sunset is almost upon us.
So, you really want to buy this place then? That's a bit of a big impulse buy, even coming from you. Not that I'm complaining.
I feel elation when I hear those words from him. It's not every day one is able to please someone like Luke. He gives away false flattery to sway those who starve for his attention and approval. But in the privacy of closed doors, he would often express his grievances. He neither censored himself in front of me nor spared me from his criticism.
You have been saying the penthouse was getting a bit too small for you. Happy anniversary!
Oh. That time of the year already?
He forgot about it last year, too. I understand that he's a busy man, but...
Is that why you want to buy it?
Yes. You don't like it?
I do. But I remember you used to talk about how you wanted to live next to the beach.
Bitch, throw the whole man away. I shouldn't say it, but I feel a bit sorry for her. Yeah. Had a dream someone lured me into following them into a mirror, and as we went further and it became darker, I stopped in my tracks and slapped myself. Woke up and had actually slapped myself. Glad I did. What the fuck, Dooms? Are you okay? I've been working for 1 hour at 9. That's just too early. I used to work at 8. But yeah. WFH? Wow, Luke, wow. I really feel sorry for her. Yeah. It was like a mirror hallway with no way out. Nope. Nope. Hannah deserves better, yeah. Botany Bay, Kent. I remember the sea. Water that stretched on for miles and miles as far as the eye can see. As a kid, I loved our beach trips, swimming all day as much as I could. I was a well-behaved child, and the only time I was ever truly difficult was when I refused to get out of the waters, even when my fingers had gone all wrinkly. And even when they managed to pull me out of the water, there was always sandcastles. The day before we married, I told Luke I wanted a house on the beach and a dog. And a kid or two. None of those came true 7 years later.
That was a childish dream. Living next to the beach is so impractical if you really think about it.
I don't know. It's not a bad thought to see you in a bathing suit every day.
Maybe another time, love. We still have forever, don't we?
He says nothing, only grabbing my hand and holding it tight as we spend the rest of the ride home in silence. I miss the sea. Sick and hovering over the loo at 3 in the morning, the picture I paint right now is hardly glamorous. A horribly fishy taste is left in my mouth as I throw up whatever I had for dinner. I hate the acrid stench that fills the lavatory. The burning sensation at the back of my throat is of no help whatsoever. I can feel another wave of nausea come up on me when the door opens.
Hannah, what are you doing so early out of bed?
I'm fine, love. I must have just eaten something bad.
Is she pregnant? I swear to God. They were talking about children and shit. That's all I managed to say before vomiting again into the porcelain throne. Lovely.
Just go back to bed, Luke. I'm going to clean up here.
I refuse to look at him. I don't want him to see him like this. The last time I had a horrible morning retching into the toilet was during my college years, being the life of the party. Thoughtless and shameless, I had thrown away months of frivolous merriment and pointless hookups. I didn't even retain any of the connections I had made from that time. Sure, they still know of me, and I still know of them, and we still do business from time to time. But I've lost touch with anyone who I didn't see on a daily basis. I hardly have any friends I had when I was still Hannah Evans. Teachers, fellow university students, drinking buddies, and old conquests like Jack.
No, don't touch me, sweetie. It's disgusting. I'm disgusting.
Luke sits down next to me on the toilet floor to hold my hair even as I cough up more fish. He wipes the vomit from the corner of my mouth and just stares.
Do I need to fire someone? I don't feel sick.
Just feeling a bit under the weather, dear. It's been unbearably hot as of late, hasn't it? I do wish it would rain.
Are you sure it wasn't those sweets? I told you not to eat those sweets.
Maybe. Well, don't laugh.
Well, I can't help if you make that sort of face.
He starts chuckling, and soon enough, he's in a fit of laughter. The scene happening next to the loo filled with sick just makes the whole thing bizarre, and it nearly makes me start to giggle as well. I try to stifle it, though, as I smack him in the shoulder.
I'm not making a face, Luke. Stop laughing.
I still hate him.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
I still hate him. Like, nice of him to, like, take care of her when she's sick, but he should take care of her better otherwise, too. And also not be a racist. That is prime important thing to do. Not be a racist. When he would not stop laughing, I let myself go as laughter bubbles up in my own throat and I forget whatever ill feelings plagued me. We were just husband and wife, laughing together at a funny face, the little things in life. I let myself go because I know that these moments will not last forever. But if I just know the terrible things that are to come for us, I would have wished with everything I have then and there that the laughter stayed. Rude? How dare you foreshadow? October 26th, Wednesday.
Hiya! Come on now!
Alright. October 21st. This is new. Happy anniversary. During the open house, Hannah pressured the estate agents to sell her the mansion. The Wrights also met their interior designer. During the ride home, Hannah revealed that the mansion is her anniversary gift for Luke. Things seemed to be looking good until Hannah suddenly fell ill later that night. Okay. One good thing doesn't wash away like 99 issues. Yeah. That's fair, Hall. We're reading Reddit relationships way too much. This would fit into that. Yeah. But at least it shows he cares for her sometimes, at least. Yeah. Or at least it shows why she loved him in the first place. Maybe he's not the same person anymore. But it shows maybe why she liked him at some point. The place is bustling with movers, carrying furnishings here and there, along with several trunks of personal belongings taken from our penthouse. Luke watches them like a hawk, making sure nothing is handled carelessly or gets stolen.
Careful now. I know your pictures are framed by cheap plastic, but those are framed by African blackwood and are one-of-a-kind commissioned paintings.
That's a better way of putting it, Kat.
Each one is easily worth a lifetime of what you lot make.
Luke, do the dishwashers go into the kitchen or the butler's pantry?
Pantry, Buttercup. Careful, that's a No.
Mahogany.
You there, put that down. You do not manhandle a Napoleon Abueva.
I can see the exasperation, and I have to send the foreman an apologetic glance. Even Johannes rolls his eyes as he goes by. Considering Luke is always like this during a project, Johannes and I have gotten used to it. Poor Marianne, on the other hand, looks a bit stressed at seeing the gigantic mess before quickly going back to work. Everything just has to be perfect, exactly the way he wants it. One little thing out of place, one little thing that didn't fit the image he clearly constructed in his head, and Luke gets bent out of shape.
Sweetie, why don't we go and sort your suits upstairs? Let Johannes and Marianne and the foreman deal with the rest of the work.
We have this, Mrs. Wright.
Yes, please do go before a blood vessel bursts. Bloodstains are so troublesome to clean.
Taking him by the hand, I lead him upstairs to into our bedroom. This place has been arranged first so that we can get some rest, so no matter what state the rest of the mansion is in. I'm definitely glad I can just lie down on a soft and comfy bed after what has been a busy morning. Watching Luke act like his life depended on getting this move done is tiring all on its own. And to think I have the whole day of this ahead of me. I feel the bed dip beside me as Luke sits down with a sigh.
Well, I can't wait for this to be over.
I don't know. It's fun seeing you all fired up. Here at home and not at work, you know.
You know I can't always be home, Hannah. I have a company to run, unless you've forgotten.
I haven't forgotten. You're the one who insists on being there to make sure each and every little thing is under control. I just really miss you sometimes, and I wish you were at home more often. Why, if you're not careful, I might go a bit loopy and I'll start bringing cats home.
Calling it Butler's a hit, man. Luke can get bent all right. Shows why the journal is useful. Just jump 5 days forward. Right. Has the butler murdered someone before? I want to try that bed. It looks floofy and nice. Just low diluted hydrogen peroxide and blood easily comes out of anything. Calling it Tara's hitman. Is anyone not a hitman? I'm not a hitman. Or two cats. All the cats. Reminds me of Draco with a slicked back hair affair. All the cats.
And soon enough, one day you'll find yourself going home to a farm just filled with felines that follow you everywhere.
Oh, don't bluff. The things which shred up your precious furniture. Besides, you don't even like cats.
True, true. Dogs are infinitely superior, of course.
Rude.
But what about the wet dog smell? The mess? I'm not cleaning up after a mutt, no matter how cute. If you think about it, a cat would be better.
It's not always that we can just lie down and talk about these sort of things. To joke around as if we're teenagers again, with very little problem in the way of responsibilities and rules. To hear his genuine, honest-to-goodness laughter is a rarity. This is just the second time as of late, and I can only see it as signs of good times to come.
All good points.
Things.
I guess we could just have kids. That is, if you prefer dealing with soiled nappies and sick as opposed to dead birds, mice, and litter boxes. I've already told Marianne about turning the second bedroom into a children's room.
Cats are better. I personally prefer cats just because they're lower maintenance. You don't have to take them out and stuff. But they are little shitheads, so there's that. I guess sometimes I don't know when I'm crossing a line. I didn't say that I am a good comedian, did I?
Not this again.
What? I wasn't being serious.
It's not something you take the piss out of. Having a kid is a big responsibility, Hannah. We've talked about this, haven't we? I'm not ready to be a parent. I'd probably end up killing the little brat by the week's end.
That's not a good sign. I'm gonna save. I don't think he'll be a great father, but I don't want to apologize for bringing it up. I don't give a fuck.
Riley likes you well enough.
He likes me more! He likes me more when I argue! What is happening? The mention of our little goddaughter places a conflicted look in his face. Sometimes it is cute when he denies having a soft spot for the little girl. But then sometimes it's sad, and it makes me wonder what happened to make him think so poorly of himself in this regard.
Yes, well, it's Kylie.
He's not even a good person. How could he be a good father? He would not be a good father, in my opinion. No, I don't. I agree. I don't think he would be. Yeah, he's a masochist.
The tyke likes everybody and, on the off chance she doesn't, likes them well enough as long as they buy her sweets. And sure, that kid is great, but if I get tired of her, I can ship her back to her father at the end of the day. Having kids of our own will be a whole different monster entirely.
I've never heard him talk about his father in anything but a business context. I recall Damien Wright kept hearing about him from my own father even before I met Luke. The business world praised him for running a tight ship, all until one mistake led to a great loss for the Enterprise. It was then that the news of Luke Wright, prodigy son and successor of the old man, started to show up, and he aided in its recovery and growth up until the Great Recession. I'm getting a bit off track. Regardless, I have never heard him talk about his father like one would talk about family.
I think you'll be a great father.
There is a smile, no matter how half-hearted it might be. I do really think that. He might not be a good and honest man. A part of me knows that, though I try to silence it. But I know Luke well enough to know he'd be a better father than either Damien Wright or Henry Evans. That doesn't sound like a big feat. I love my father, but he never had the time.
If it is any consolation, I think you'd be a decent mother.
Oh, I think she'd be a great mother. On the other hand, I have never heard of his mother. A silence settles, both comfortable and uncomfortable. There's a familiarity in each other's company despite the awkwardness that had transpired. Defenses and masks down without anybody else looking, we are both together and alone in this quiet. But a crash from downstairs startles us both out of our reverie. Luke lets out a heavy sigh before coming up to his feet and straightening his jacket.
I'll have to attend to that then.
Be good, darling. And watch out for your blood pressure.
He gives me a kiss on the cheek before leaving while I lay there in a daze. Alone as per usual. I really should be used to it by now. October 26th. The Wright couple moved to their newly bought mansion today, and was already preparing for a housewarming party. During a short break, the couple had a brief discussion about children. Luke didn't sound too welcoming of the idea. I can feel the minutes tick by with just me lying there, feeling miserable and full of self-pity. I rolled over to lie on my stomach at this point, with my face buried in the pillows. Then there's a knock on the door. Grumbling at them to go away doesn't work, as a voice comes from the other side.
Madam, the photographer from Luxury Living is here.
Wait, is that today? Oh yes. People had caught wind of our new mansion, and the very moment we left the open house. Luke had boasted he would acquire the property in no time and allowed a photo shoot for an interior design magazine to be scheduled today. Well, there were complications, and it took longer than it usually does for us.
In a minute, Hansi.
Johannes, if you could at least make it through the end.
Tell them I'll be right down, Hansi.
She really likes nicknames. Okay, I'm gonna quickly run to the bathroom and get more water. So, I will be right back. I slightly agree with him on that. I like my niece, but also happy I can send her back. No, that's fair. Like, yeah, if you don't want children, you shouldn't have them. But the fact that she wants children, he doesn't, is a huge, like, division of, like, ideals and what you want. Like, you have to be in agreement in that with a relationship. Unless you're poly and, like, you know, you have other relationships you could have that, you know, you can have them and your significant other doesn't necessarily have to have a child from themselves and with their responsibility, but at the same time being with you is always going to be somewhat of a responsibility. But, like, otherwise, no, that's like a huge division in relationships. The one success we know is that the child will probably be better than him, and that is something most parents hope for. Yeah. It's not hard. Yeah, it's a low bar. Twitch, please. Oh no, is Twitch freaking out? I don't know. At least OBS isn't, but that relationship has more problems than not wanting children. Oh yeah, it has way more, but that's a big one, no matter what. So, I will be right back, guys. BRB. Children that can give back at the end of the day after hyping them up are the best kind. Oh, the children. Alright. Oh. You're right. There you go. Forgot that I was watching the stream, so what happened? Oh no! Hi Sophia. Saw Hannah's viewpoint of how they got the mansion. Also, the husband is an absolute dick. Yeah, he's got nice moments, but mostly is a dick. Also, I asked River for a drink. What? Are you out? She just said what? Or I don't know if she's asking what in general or if she's asking what drink.
There you are.
Bird!
There you are.
Hi. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm texting my girlfriend. Hello, hello, Bird. How was your stream? What were you up to? Hello. Hello. Hi, guys. We were playing Ghost of Sparta. What is that? Is this your first time playing the letter? It is. I'm not very far because I play this once a month as a Patreon pick for Hall for a couple hours each time. So I am slowly making my way through it, but it has scared the crap out of me and it's not okay. How dare. I just realized no one clipped me failing the quick time F. Oh, what drink? Otherwise. God damn it. Okay, I'm trying to get a drink. Have you played it? I might need to DM you later in that case. There's a very brief moment of a certain bad word in this game. I mean, the N-word happened. And we all shot that bitch down for it, because he a racist prick. I've been letting everyone. Yeah, you already saw it then. Yeah, it happens. It happened in the second stream. The rich bitch said it, and we knew Hall warned me of a lot of the triggers, so I have exclamation point trigger for everyone that came in from the raid. This game has a good handful of them, so if you want to check them out to make sure that you were okay watching it, then that. Yeah. Yeah, we know the husband's a racist prick. But also, raid response. I'll be right back while you guys watch this. BRB. Hello, welcome. My name is KatFTWynn. She my floof. Just call me Grandma. I really like to collect Koroks. That's a problem. What did I do? Where's the webcam? I just stuck on a horse. I don't think that was supposed to happen. That hair's going. Are you okay, miss?
I'm just kidding.
I don't think this is supposed to happen. This is actually my first time ever playing Breath of the Wild.
She misses.
You're naked! I can take a picture of you. Oh! I myself am pan. I have a husband and a trans girlfriend. And then my mom is lesbian and my dad is gay and my grandmas are lesbian. And I'm just surrounded. Oh, that is not a dog. Bear, what have you done?
Is it Banjo-Kazooie?
Ah! Well, you fuckers. Let me smash versus let me smash. I don't know how I'm alive. Ah! Hey, so that's me, in case you're wondering. Hello and welcome. Also, I have a husband, a girlfriend, and a boyfriend. All of the above. I forgot it could occur in Isabella's chapter until just before it did. Oh, it's because I brought him with me instead of Ash, isn't it? Otherwise, you might not have encountered that. Oop. I did not realize that. Well, I also didn't know they were going to be there. But yeah, I hope you had all the fun. Guys, from my chat, if you're not following Watching Bird, you totally should. She's fantastic. She's hysterical. Also has great sense of humor. Please go follow and watch her. All the love. All right. Well, you never would have known, or you would never have actually gone to the mansion if you'd pick Ash, but that's besides the point. Yeah, that. The mansion grounds has been one of the first things to be fixed up, aside from the bedroom. Although it's still a work in progress, it has a promising start, and I can already see the flower patches. Luke's favored daffodils stand out easily, having been transplanted from the pots that used to litter the rooftop of our penthouse. Why, if the moving crew thought that Luke was being hard on them, they clearly didn't see the landscaper on his way out. That man looked like he was ready to faint, and Luke seemed ready to kill him by the end of their discussion. It is in the gardens that I see him standing near the flowers in quiet admiration. He is hard to miss, the hulk of a man that clearly did not belong, and the big backpack and suitcase he has with him makes him look much larger. It is a peculiar sight seeing someone who looks like he does handling little, delicate things with such care. He looks up from the gardens and does a double take before a friendly face replaces his serene expression.
Miss Wright, yeah? Hi, Zachary Steele here from Luxury Living, ma'am.
Oh, so they met him once before? What the fuck? I got 3 fucks. Oh, that might be it. Thank you, Kath. Thank you. I hate to dump my load and run. God damn it, Bird. I have to start making supper for everyone. Everyone's recovering from COVID, so they all have different things they want to eat. Oh, Bird. Are you guys okay? I remember your sister talking about, I think your sister came in and talked about how your dad might have, but I didn't know if any of you guys did. Are you okay? Is everyone okay? All the hugs. And speaking of, yeah, so we might encounter it again here. They met him before? Oh, wait. So did the racist thing. I'm trying to figure out when this happened versus when the racist thing happened. Which one happened first? He looks like he has cat ears. the building. We're okay. Grandma's on oxygen for a few months, but that seems to be as bad as it got, thankfully. All the love, bird. All the love. Look at the journal. It'll be there. We're on the 26th. No, are we? I think we are. So at this point, this was after the racist comment. I thought they... Oh, yeah, this is way after. Because this is after Isabel. Okay, so it did already happen. Right, okay.
Hope you weren't waiting too long. But it looks like you're still moving in, huh? Thought for a second there my calendar was wrong and I came here too early.
You look familiar. Have we met?
I have a very wide social circle, so everyone looks familiar at one point or another. But one would think I'd remember someone who stands out like him. You mean as attractive as him? Seriously, there's like 3 attractive people in this game. He's one of them. You'd think you'd remember. The struggle to recall must have been evident on my face as he quickly and kindly answers my question.
Oh, I was with Isabella, your estate agent, when she had the house blessed.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's right. Small world, isn't it?
Should have known you were Miss Wright.
The one and only. Welcome, welcome to Maison de Wright. And yes, we've been in the process of moving in as we were delayed, but it won't be a problem.
I'm trying to think, who is all the attractive ones? So Zachary, Isabella's not bad. Marianne. Marianne's hot too. Ashton would be hot if he just never talked. And that's it. So like half of them. Rebecca's cute, but she reminds me so much of Natsuki. Natsuki? Fuck. From Doki Doki. Marianne is hot AF. Yeah, she is. I'd probably say Zachary's definitely my favorite out of the men. Marianne is attractive, but Isabella's personality is probably most closely to mine. Natsuki. I thought so. Okay. Da-da-da. For you, Marianne, Zach, and Rebecca. Fair. Yeah. Personally, Rebecca, but I am aware that she is an acquired taste, shall we say. That's fair. And I like her as a friend, just like if I'm going by my attraction levels specifically. She alright? She pretty? Yeah.
They're just adding a few things here and there, and you should still be able to do your work. Where's the rest of your crew then, Mr. Steele?
Zach is fine, please. Mr. Steele makes me feel like I'm a mascot for a cleaning product. Anyway, I'll be your one-man crew for today. Don't worry, been doing this gig for a while now.
You must be quite the veteran to handle this on your own. We've had a full crew coming into our penthouse the last time we were covered in your magazine.
Veteran? Oh, your words are too kind, Miss Wright.
Hannah. If I get to call you Zach, you have my permission to call me Hannah.
Ash looks like the type I go in for in games, but the personality isn't there. Yeah, agreed.
Alrighty then. Anyway, I'm no veteran, but I know my camera well enough to make sure this is a good shoot. You could, Hannah.
Oops. Cut. Oop. You can trust me on that, Miss Wright. Hannah. Zachary proves quickly enough that I can, in fact, trust him. His skills with the camera... Wait, I got it. Fuck. I got an achievement. His skills with the camera and experience in this industry, at the very least. He is kind and courteous, listening and following as I lead him around the house. A really nice fellow, and he treats our household staff well whenever we cross paths with them. I answer his questions to the best of my ability, and he is patient enough to answer mine whenever I get curious enough. For one, I ask what the bags are for. They are quite the magician's toolkit. From inside, he had procured several items to embellish the interior with. Bowls of fruits, lemons, trays with pepper mills, stacks of cookbooks, cutting boards, and glass canisters filled with colorful nuts and grains are brought in from the kitchen setting, for a kitchen setting. For the bathroom, there are white towels, seashells, and decorative soaps. There are other things as well, too numerous to count, all in that large backpack and suitcase. What to take pictures with?
Tricks of the trade. Softens up a room, makes a place feel more homey, and fills it up with texture. But you guys probably have better stuff I can use for this.
No lights. Don't tell me all of these are just props.
Well, I've got my tripod here. For things like these, natural light is best. I'll just have to set the shutter speed to a real slow setting, and as long as nobody steps into the shot, it'll look great.
Oh, it better.
We go through the rooms, one at a time, although we first tackle the ones that have movers. The movers have no business in anymore. The ballroom needs a little preparation with its grand design. Although there is some trouble at first with the wide open space and the pictures being backlit. It is in the kitchen where Zachary's props come in handy. Considering how Johannes kept the place so neat and sterile, one can practically eat off the floor. We carry on touring through the house and taking pictures where we can, with the exception to the rooms that have yet to gain any purpose or design. Too bad I can't take a sneak peek at this as photos yet. Funnily enough, he is using a traditional camera. I didn't even know film still existed. It absolutely does. With the way he speaks, however, I can see that he knows enough about his craft that I'm not too worried about botched photographs. I imagine photography must be cathartic for him, judging by how at ease he looks while taking pictures. There are small snippets of conversation in between the clicking of the camera. He even goes far as to talk about these terminologies like shutter speeds and aperture when I talk about the technical aspects. I can't quite see the pictures as it is made, much like when I watch artists paint on their canvas. But just watching someone passionately practicing their craft such as this is exciting in its own way. Going through the many rooms has been quite the exercise for the both of us. Despite that, he has been so nice, and I find myself putting on my best smile. Are you gonna leave Luke for him? Are you gonna leave Luke for Zach? Like, wait, what's our relationship status? Zach is like Luther and Dedu for me. Yo. Luther? Oh, from, yes. From Detroit. Legit. Ash reminds me of a coworker, looks nice, but black personality, fair. Zach is a sweet bean. He is a precious cinnamon roll. Zach is the sweetest and most precious, though. It's true. I do not like the kitchen. It looks like... I don't know. I need to look at it again. I don't know. Eating off the floor, not recommended on a standard cleaning or otherwise. Yeah, please don't eat off the floor. Isn't there a 10-minute rule? Oh my god. I thought it was a 5-second rule. That would be the plot twist, especially because Luke is racist. Yeah. Like, get fucked. Oh, take care, Soothsayer. Have a lovely evening. Take care of yourself and enjoy your... What day is it? Friday. Friday evening. I forget what day it is. Usually because we do Patreon picks on Thursday, so I keep forgetting it's Friday. I keep feeling like it's Thursday. Zach is a major upgrade from Luke in personality. Fact. But it is as we're taking pictures in the foyer that everything comes to stand still for a moment. Just a moment. And had I not been paying attention, I wouldn't have even noticed. It is merely a split second when Zach's rhythm is put to a halt. Oh, never mind. His finger doesn't move to release the shutter. Okay, that's not what I expected. Never mind. Maybe not romance. Maybe murder. Oh, hi! Please no, Cat. I'm so happy it is Friday. No, Hannah's not racist, or at least she hasn't acted racist. Yet he also doesn't pull the camera away from his face, gaze still firmly fixed through the viewfinder. That's not what's happening, but okay. His hands shake, and there's a light sheen of sweat on his forehead.
Zachary?
No response.
Zach, is something the matter?
There we go. I was only hearing it out of one ear. I think I need a new cord for my headphones, because if it's not plugged in just right, it keeps, like, only doing one earphone. Lowering his camera, he blinks and stares at something behind me before shaking his head. Turning around, though, I see nothing that could have gotten his attention.
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong. I just remembered something I saw.
No, Zachary's seeing her.
Let's get back to the pictures. Can you move a bit more to the left, yeah?
I struggled to respond this time. There's a sudden weight on my back and an indescribable tightness around my throat. Everything stops, and everything starts again as I manage to choke out.
If you're sure.
Hi, Stardust! What did I walk into? Ghost murder. I don't know what just happened. It was probably just a dizzy spell. I'm fine. And he said he's fine. We continue at the same pace as before, although there's an unspoken agreement that we will not talk about what happened.
So, is this a full-time job for you then?
Oh, okay.
Nah, I just freelance mostly, for magazines, newspapers, and events. So you can't really call it a full-time job.
Yeah, she told off Luke severely when he was racist, right?
It's fun and it puts food on the table, but it's not what I really want to do. At least, not all the time.
What is it that you want to do then?
Maybe I've been out of line, sticking my nose in other people's business, but I can't help but ask. I regret doing so, as I see his shoulders slump, and the easygoing air he has fades away. He looks torn over whether or not he wants to talk about it.
Films. Documentaries, mostly. But cinematography is a lot more difficult than photography, right? I was working on this thing, actually.
What thing?
Well, it wasn't really a big
Whiplash.
thing. People didn't like Blue Fonzie very much.
People don't like a film about colors. I suppose they would have liked Blue Bibby a lot more.
Very funny.
So, Grand Director, do you want to tell me what Blue Fonzie is all about?
He hesitates, but when I refuse to budge on the matter, he gives in and spills it all out. Blue Fonzie, le jour la plus sombre de noir Britannique. F. I tried. Britannique? Dark blue, the darkest hours of the Black British. He speaks with passion about one who has gone through the very matter he is concerned with. There is conviction, knowledge, and experience in his speech. Why, I would have told him that he is an amazing speaker if only I wasn't so engrossed listening. Prejudice and discrimination in schools and in the workplace, lesser chances for opportunity, and higher chances of being treated like a criminal. He spoke of blacks and people of color in general, still being treated like second-class citizens, all because of the color of their skin. It is all just positively riveting and sad. It comes to a point wherein he loses steam. He soon loses steam. He looks abashed, realizing what he'd just done.
Sorry, I just got so carried away and...
It's fine. It is really so fascinating to watch people talk about their passion after all. You should see how your eyes light up when you speak so fiercely.
It's like Hugo all over again, except more serious.
You do have very beautiful eyes.
Oh, they are shipping them.
Uh-huh. Thanks, I guess.
He doesn't give a fuck. I want to say that I understand where he's coming from, but I really don't, do I? No, you don't. I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I've lived a charmed life. It hasn't been perfect, but the difficulties I've been through pales in comparison to what others experience on a daily basis. I certainly don't know how I would have fared were it any different. Would I still have met Luke, and would he still have loved me? No. If I was any lesser.
What was your home like? These things you talk about. It sounds like you've... Well, I don't mean to pry, I mean.
Live with my older sister and my grandparents. We had a shop selling all sorts of things below our flat. And well, I was one of the few non-white, non-British students in class. I didn't get pushed around or anything straight up. Even then, I was one of the biggest kids around, but a pencil and notebook would go missing, you know?
Oh, that I knew. Children can be so cruel at times. Of course, it may be a slightly different story when you have personal guards, and the stolen item is not a pencil but an expensive heirloom. Ma'am? Cat better than I could do? What? Wait, what? This I know I actually hate French. Oh, the French? Hate French on a personal level. No offense to anyone that speaks it. Why, did you, like, try? I did it for a year. I did better than I did with Spanish, but I still, honestly, where I succeeded the most in language was sign language. Because it's visual. No, Hannah, you don't, and it's good you realize that. Yeah, at least she realizes that she has no idea. God damn it, Hannah. Not the people, the language. I can't stand ignoring half the letters. My English brain wants to speak them. Oh, okay. Yeah, the French. Okay. Well, I'm glad. Thank you for the 10 out of 10. Don't know what's happening entirely, but I'm here for moral support. Oh, for this? Like, he's talking about, like, his troubles with being African-American. Well, I guess not even... Would he be African-American? He's not British, though. He is American. Right? Because he talked about not being British-American. But they struggle with hardships as well. For sure. Like, the black community does. A lot. Yes, African-American? Okay. Because I know you're considered only African-American if you're from America, right? I could be wrong. I have no idea. I know that that's been recently cleared up if it was. I have enough trouble with English? Same. That's why sign language is the only one I've been good with, because I'm dyslexic. My native is Arabic, second language French, then English, but I enjoy speaking English more than French. That's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah, I'm dyslexic, so just written word in general is very hard for me. I think anyway. It will say in his bio when we get to his chapter. Okay.
So what about you? How you liking your new house? It's pretty impressive.
It's nice, I suppose.
You suppose? Not big enough?
What? No, oh, don't be a bully. It's just that...
I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
I was a little girl, all dolled up and treated like a fragile porcelain, with nursemaids waiting to me hand and foot. All the material possessions anyone could ever want. I could ask for on a whim, and it would be handed to me just like that. But I barely saw my parents. Just goodbye kisses in the morning before they went off to who knows where for their next... Who knows where they were needed to next. I saw them more often on the telly or in the newspapers than I ever did in person.
I remember my old house. It was a lot like this one. Big walls and big halls, but nobody in it. It makes you think how alone you are.
A pensive mood overcomes us. And there's a moment where neither of us are really sure how to go on from here. Things have gotten a bit too personal, yet it isn't wholly uncomfortable. Like as if we've been friends before.
Well, that's normal, ain't it? You just moved here. You'll make home out of it yet.
He certainly makes it easy to believe that. My childhood house is indeed a lot like this one. Just as large and extravagant. And just as empty. I hope he's right.
So, Monsieur le Photographe, you've covered the one and only Ermengarde Mansion.
Ermengarde Mansion. Also, why is this door open? Isn't that the attic?
What's next on the agenda?
The interview?
Boring. It's an interior design and housing magazine.
And they want to know what Miss Wright has to say about her interior design and house.
Honor Wright thinks she bought a magnificent house that she can certainly brag about. Blah, blah. Boring. You know what they should print more of? I watched an interesting documentary the other day. Bleu Foncé, the darkest hours of the Black British. I recommend you watch it. Those are the things that people should know about. What do they care if I use a purple or green bowl of fruit in my kitchen?
People, right?
Oui. People are shite. What do you think? Do I look good with this angle?
I strike a pose when he's being busy. While he's being busy, looking taken aback for a moment, probably not expecting me to just go and say such a crass word. I have trouble with Spanish even though I'm of Mexican descent. That's fair. Ah! How dare you! I blocked it with my hand! Thank you. River threw a straw at me! I was personally attacked? It's why she keeps giving doing those parties, because she's alone. Aww. Zach, you sweet bean. River never trolls now. River got me Starbucks though. Alright. But he recovers quickly, and after snapping a few shots, he grins.
Yeah, vous êtes belle. You want copies of these ones?
Yes, please. So, the big boy knows French. You must have wooed a few ladies. Unless you're into gents. Either way, French is, after all, the language of romance.
The letter is weirdly really open to just gay in general. The fact she is bisexual, too. Like, that's cool. I was not expecting that. That tastes really good this time. It's white chocolate.
No, I don't know about quoting fancy poetry.
I've never really experienced many games that just casually, like it's any other talk. They don't talk. They obviously talk about how, you know, race can come into play in how people treat you and stuff, but they don't do that all with gay. It's like gay always existed. It's one of the things I like about it. Yeah.
But I've made lunch for a girl before, and they did like that fancy French cuisine.
Can you cook your best?
I can cook just about anything as long as I know the recipe.
C'est magnifique.
It has been too long since I've had a nice and proper chat with a good friend. No, Lee is certainly not a good friend. And although we've just met, Zachary is the sort who can probably befriend anyone. In fact, he's a precious cinnamon roll. So you feel attacked right now. Thank you for the clip. Oh my god. Thank you, Kath. He's just a comfortable person to be around. A bit too comfortable. Shipped. Oh no. The photo shoot went by a breeze. Went by a breeze. Never heard that term. And somewhere along the way, as we laughed and talked, as we talk and laugh, I find myself getting a bit too close without realizing. He'll give me a strange look until I back off, and he'll go back to asking questions after I agreed to do this little interview. And it's just odd. Well, no. Me being friendly isn't that odd. That is how I am. Zachary is the one that's being odd. Why, anyone else would absolutely welcome the extra attention I give them. He, on the other hand, looks almost flustered about it. He should be used to different personalities by now, having to deal with various people when he works. And if not, he needs to start. Perhaps nobody has shown him attention of this kind, but he's a big boy. He should be able to handle me. Oh. Okay, ma'am. All it is a friendly touch here and a pretty smile there and a gentle swaying of the hips as I move around. Zachary grew more red every time he noticed. Like, I know there's also a problem with especially white culture sexualizing blacks for just either like treating them like crap or sexualizing them. And so like it is weird that like her husband treats him like crap, but then the wife is sexualizing him, which is not uncommon at all. I mean, obviously I was calling him hot, but I call a lot of people hot, so there's that. I'm just a thirsty bitch in general. But in this case, I could see how he could be uncomfortable because that could be that like very common parallel and be uncomfortable in general. Now she's being she's being a little over his boundaries. What, me calling myself a thirsty bitch? I mean, she's also married. Yes, absolutely. He also probably does not want to be caught up in the whole affair issue, which is fair. She needs to work out with her husband what's going on before she moves on to someone else. Absolutely. I think she is just trying to be flirty because she is a bit lonely and doesn't realize how her behavior is affecting the other. That's also possible. Yeah, all of these are common, or could be things. Am I being mean as I find enjoyment in seeing him unravel? Perhaps. This went on during the interview and beyond that. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing, right? Zachary and I are just having a playful, friendly chat while enjoying the outside view. At least that's how I see it.
I'm sorry, but I'm really getting distracted. Could you maybe stop doing that?
He's trying so hard to be professional. Stop? I'm not sure if I want to, though. He doesn't want me to continue, so I'll back off. Like, obviously. Also, I don't know what she's doing, I'm assuming. Which one do I want to save over? This one.
I'll stop if it makes you uncomfortable, sweetie.
What did that do, though? Oh, he liked me more for that. Okay, good. Because, like, you should respect someone's boundaries, especially if they say stop. You should stop. Hannah needs a cold shower. Like I said before, I think she'll be naive as well. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I should be the one apologizing. Why, you're a shy one, aren't you, big guy?
It's not that, but...
He gestures to the ring on my finger and lets the fact of the matter hang heavily between us. He's respectful, good. Being told implicitly that I am too forward is not a common occurrence. I think I'm more stunned at the fact that he pointed it out rather than, well, being rejected. So he didn't say because I'm not interested. He was like, you're married and that's a boundary. Not that anything is going to happen between us in the first place. It was just going to be some harmless flirting, right?
So you've never had a girlfriend?
No. No boyfriend either. You know, just in case you were gonna ask for that one next.
And you haven't even had your first kiss?
Not a one, ma'am.
Do you want to have your first kiss today?
Ma'am, you're fucking married. Ma'am! Ma'am! Everyone in chat, ma'am! Hannah! I can't help it. Yes, you can. I really, really can't, and I'm going to apologize lots later. Surely, by the chatty smile on my face, it is obvious that I'm just pulling his leg. He should get his first kiss with someone who he can have a nice relationship with, and not this, like, hidden affair. The laugh I failed to contain certainly gives it away, if it still isn't obvious. But still, he lights up in embarrassment, stammering and sputtering objections.
You're married, and this will be extremely unprofessional.
Also, the fact he's at his job.
I never said I would kiss you, silly. Oh, Johans!
Oh my god.
No! What? No! No!
No! I love his response, though. So realistic. Oh my god.
Don't call your butler. She's Hannah!
That would be for the better. I don't think his husband would appreciate it if I made him kiss another man.
Aww! Johannes is gay! Hannah, seriously, you literally just apologized for doing that. I know.
I do not think you can hear us from here either. But it is hard to think you're not taken, Zachary. Why, whoever becomes your girlfriend will be so lucky to have you. You can cook and take wonderful photographs. Wonderful meals and wonderful memories.
I can play guitar too.
You can? Oh my. Wonderful serenades as well then. Perhaps I can find a young lady who deserves a fine, strapping young gentleman like yourself.
Let's not get carried away. Besides, I gotta be going. It's getting late and I got someplace else to be.
Wait, what? I mean, aw.
A shame. I will be expecting you again soon, I hope. For a copy of my photographs, yes?
It's so nice that this game has all normalized, right?
There you are. There you are.
Hi. Dilly, is it? Who was it? Thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Welcome, guys. What were you up to? It's Dilly. Dilly, what were you playing? Guys, from my stream, if you're not following watching Dilly and Isaac, you totally should. They're fantastic cinnamon rolls. They play tons and tons of games. Seriously. They're fantastic. Lego Indiana Jones. Also a lot of Lego games. If you guys love Legos, please go follow and watch them. Did you have fun? Was it at least fun to play? Hey, for everyone that just came in, hello, my name's KatFTWynn. I have a raid response for you guys. I love it. Yes. Oh my god, I'm glad you're at least really enjoying it. Hi, Retail Dan. Hello, welcome. Night guys. Aw, Zathia, have a lovely night. Thanks for the stream. Have a lovely day. And have fun with Ermagerd Mansion. Thank you so much, Zathia. Take care. Hey. But yeah, we are playing a Patreon pick from Hall. We are playing The Letter. We're actually probably just about to wrap it up whenever like this night ends. Because we play about 2 hours of a Patreon pick. And we're switching over to Wolf Princes right after this of Vex. So we're still going. I'll just be switching to the GameCube and playing the rest of Vex, and then whenever we finish that, assuming it's going to be short, because I only have the boss fight and one thing left, then I'll switch over to a pretty-looking indie game that's on the Switch called Spirit of the North. So, gotta go make dinner. Take care. Take care, Dilly. Go make that dinner. Have a lovely night, and thank you for the raid. Hi, Legacy of Gaming. I thought the corners of the roof were werewolf ears. That's what someone else said. It was like cat ears. That's hysterical. But yeah, we're playing all the games today. So, hey, if you just enjoy video games, this is the spot for you.
Of course. I'll even deliver them personally.
I'll do the raid response in between the games.
Just, you know, don't try to make me kiss your butler when I drop by.
As fate would have it, the very moment the words leave his mouth, Johannes comes out from the house. Judging by the slight raise of his eyebrows, he heard only the tail end of the sentence.
There shall be no kissing of any butlers under this roof, Danke.
But you are not under a roof, are you, Hansi?
To my amusement, he takes a step back, safely placing him within the threshold of the foyer and under the roof of the house. And just as ever, he is quick to return with a sardonic reply.
I am now. As I was saying, madam, it's about time for supper.
Oh my god, that's hysterical.
Will I be needing to set an extra place at the table?
Oh, what? No, I was just leaving, actually. So, you have a good night, Hannah. And you too, Hansi.
Hansi?
It was nice to meet you, Zach, honey. You have a safe trip.
He nods, and the grin on his face as we say our goodbyes is the sweetest that I've ever seen. I linger. I feel so bad for her, but at the same time, girl, you gotta fix what's going on with your current relationship before you move on. I linger looking out for him with his relatively tiny bicycle, backpack safely secured in the basket in the front, and suitcase hooked onto the back. I watch as he went on the path back to Anselm Village until he is nothing more than a blip on the horizon. I cannot help the small smile on my face as I go inside for supper. I don't like how this feels. Hannah met Zachary Steele, a freelance photographer from Luxury Living, an interior design magazine. Zachary was asked to interview Hannah and to take pictures of the mansion and its new owners. What should have been a professional meeting ended up being friendly and perhaps too personal. How old is Hannah? Does it say? I think it did say. She's 31? 30. No, 31. Yeah. She's 31. Isabella's 26. We don't know about anyone else yet. Luke is... If it goes in order, Luke is the last one to play. Which... Ugh. I'm assuming the 3 of them are probably around the same age, or 4 of them are probably around the same age. Isabella, Zach, Rebecca, and Ashton. Entering the dining hall causes me so much confusion. It is dark. For a moment, I thought the electric work is not up to par. But that clearly is not the case, as every other room is bright with artificial light. Finding the light switch is a monumental task, considering the size of my familiarity with the room. To make matters worse, the darkness grants the room a different atmosphere, eerie and frightening. It takes longer than I thought to find the switch, something that will have to be rectified later on. My skin starts to prickle, and there is a distinct feeling of being watched. Where? What? It unsettles me and only spurs me on in my search. When I do open the lights, there is a hiss.
I'll turn the lights down, woman.
He scared me. Oh, he's drinking. There at the end of the hall is my beloved husband with his face in one hand and a glass in the other. Perhaps I can let go if it's only one glass of wine. However, I can feel myself go livid after seeing the toxic green liquid gleam mockingly at me. Is it Everclear? Is that what's green? Or is that, no, the other really high alcohol content. Forgot what it's called. It's in fucking Moulin Rouge. I can't remember, though. Nice to see a game with characters older than 20. Yeah, seriously, though. Absinthe. Thank you, guys. Apparently absinthe is that color. Yeah. No, I knew that. I just couldn't remember the word absinthe. Yeah.
Luke, what?
It's very strong. It's like over 100 proof, isn't it? Green Fairy makes every man a visionary. Yeah. That. Gatorade!
Are you drinking absinthe?
Oh, she pissed.
You know what the doctor said. Absinthe, Luke. Are you actively trying to kill yourself? Because if you are, we can just hit you with a bloody car.
Honeybee, Buttercup, not too loud, please. Besides, it's Lelouch, not too strong. Just hair of the dog that bit me.
I don't know what that means. Very strong and possibly with some psychedelics added in. Yeah. Yeah, absinthe is not fun. Twitch is like 90% buffering? No, it's not me. It's definitely Twitch, which sucks.
Helps with the hangover, dearest.
You drank? When?
This morning, love. Don't be mad. I just needed a few drinks, having to deal with those simpletons. And maybe I had one too much. You don't see me whinging about you leaving me to handle them on my own.
Oh, Hall. Oh, no. Oh, the hugs.
I had to attend the photo shoot and interview with Luxury Living. You know that. Let's not make this about me, Luke. This is about you and your drinking problem and...
Oh, I don't know, Hannah, darling. What if my drinking problem, as you like to call it, is linked to you?
My God.
If we think about it that way, this discussion is about you. That was pretty mean of you, leaving me alone to do all the work like that. You can't use the interview as an excuse either, honey. I was informed the moment your little interview was done. So, what was it then, What were you doing?
Oh, so he's being like a jealous dick. I'll tell the truth. I've just been very forward with him. I don't give a fuck.
I was talking with Zachary, the photographer for Luxury Living.
Ooh, he liked me less for that. That's a first. I have no reason to tell lies. It's not like I'm guilty of anything. She's not in this instance. I mean, luckily because they didn't do anything, but... Where's Keita and her kneecappers when you need them? Can we kill them, please? Prep the dumpster. He has a way of making me laid bare with just a look. That had really struck me when we first met years ago.
That giant Negro.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh my God.
You were having a secret meeting behind my back and it was with him?
And this is where we murder. This is where we have the ghost come out and murder him for being a racist. Can I drop kick him? Yes.
What are you implying?
I'm implying nothing. I'm just worried. You know better than to trust those media types, Buttercup.
That's not what you said.
He must have been really friendly to occupy your time like that. But all he's looking for is his next big headline.
It wasn't a secret meeting. Yeah, it wasn't even a secret meeting or anything. Oh my God. This is where we color the walls red with his blood. This is where the ghost comes out, please. This is the one time I need you.
He's a photographer for an interior design magazine.
Doesn't matter. You let one little thing slip, one wrong move, and it'll blow up in the telly in the morning. He'll go to his journalist friends to gossip and make a quick quid.
His eyes were the first thing I noticed about him. They were like nature, the grass and the trees, wonderful and breathtaking. Now as I look at him, they're nothing but the same shade of green as that bloody damn drink in his hand.
He was a perfect gentleman, Luke. I can't say the same for you as of recent.
Excuse me again? We're talking about you, Hannah.
No. I am pretty sure we were talking about you and your drinking problem, Luke, Wright.
Hangover forgotten during the course of this little spat, the man jumps to his feet and seethes. It looks like he is barely stopping himself from throwing the nearest thing he can find.
Oh, it is not a problem. I can stop whenever I want. And even if it was, I think you can very well stay out of it, as it only affects my own kidneys or liver or whatever the bloody hell that shite pollutes. Whatever aftermath that occurs because of your little chit-chat with the Negro affects the both of us, however.
Oh my God.
Look, Luke, nothing will happen. You have to relax. It was just a friendly chat.
Well, now I think I'm getting jealous. Or I would be if I went for this damn headache.
Maybe you should drink more.
Maybe.
Supper is spent in silence with nothing but the occasional sound of silverware. A grand feast has been served, well, grander than usual anyway, most likely due to Luke's complaints of stress. A platter of native oysters for starters, and tranche of turbot, I don't know how to pronounce that, with purple sprouting broccoli, lemon, capers, and anchovy sauce for mains. To finish it off, black tea and golden syrup sponge pudding with custard. But when our appetites are appeased and the plates are cleared away, Luke stands, kisses me goodnight, and leaves me to stare at my half-empty cup. Lonely in the lull of night, I sit in a house too big and too empty, foreign and unwelcoming. Even with its warm tone and homely decor, it feels cold. There is no need for tears, however. I know I can get through this like every other obstacle I've faced before. This is a minor setback in what I hope will be a long and happy life. To remind myself that this place is for Luke and for our future children fills me with a renewed vigor. Nope. Nope. Besides, it looks like someone is having a cry already. I'm saving. The wailing is far away and muffled. Yet at the same time, it shakes me to my very core as I hear it. As if the suffering is just standing right beside me. I told you to go after Luke, not her! Hearing it sends chills down my spine and makes my skin prickle with goosebumps. Who is that? Nope. Nope. Curiosity sinks in as I follow the sorrowful sound into the kitchen. Wait, what's this? I don't want to hear the crying anymore. During supper, Hannah found Luke drinking absinthe, and this caused an argument. While Hannah was angered by her husband's drinking problem, Luke was suspicious of his wife's activities, having not seen her the whole afternoon despite finishing Luxury Living's interview early. Then there was the crying woman. And into the wine cellar hatch.
Hello? Is anybody down there?
I'm curious and concerned, but there's no way I'm going down into dark and humid underground. I'm not as enthusiastic as Luke, who considers himself quite the connoisseur. However, I cannot bring myself to go to bed with this racket going on. If it is one of the household help, they will surely need some talking. After all, this wouldn't be the first time I've gone and found one of the maids sobbing their eyes out over one thing or another. As professional as our staff are, they're still human. More often than not, it was either Johannes or who'd calm them down, who'd help them figure out how to go on about things. Unfortunately, I'm not in high spirits right now, so I am not as wholly benevolent. No! So, like, my self-preservation instincts is to call them out. But, like, I don't want to open the hatch. But, like, I feel like the game wants me to open the hatch. It's probably a Wendigo. Remember, they mimic their prey. I'm not gonna open it, but I saved. Call them out. I knock 3 times. Waiting for any sort of reply yields me no results, and I've already touched the floor hatch far too many times than what I'd like. I take a deep breath before reaching out again to whoever's inside. I've learned from experience that people respond better to kindness than threats. Shouting angrily would not help in coaxing them out.
You, in the cellar, do come out. We don't want Luke waking up and finding you in there, do we? That man would go ballistic thinking someone was trying to steal his precious wine.
Still nothing.
You can have a good cry. Just not in there, yes? Why don't you come out here and we can have a cuppa and you can tell me all about whatever it is you're bawling about?
How will you know who it is if you don't open it? Nope. With how long I'm standing here, however, I'm starting to think myself as a fool. I did not want to acknowledge the other feeling I have, especially as the wailing took on an eerie turn. The thought of being played with didn't sit too well with me, and I had to stop myself from getting too hot-headed as I try one more time.
Now, you come out of there! That is an order from the lady of the house, do you hear me? Why, I ought to...
No. I freeze as a hand clamps down on my shoulder. The dread I've been feeling all this time makes itself known as I kneel, unmoving, not even daring to breathe. I can feel my heart pounding against my chest. But the touch is gone, as quickly as it had seized me. It is only Johannes I see when I look back.
Apologies, madam, for touching you like that.
Johannes, I swear.
You were not responding to my voice, and you looked about ready to wake the whole mansion up.
I was... I'm sorry. I was getting rather loud, wasn't I? But that crying woman in there, we must do something about her.
He grows silent for a moment and just looks concerned. At least, I'd like to interpret it as concern, given how stoic our head butler usually is. Or rather, it must have been concern, as he takes off a glove and presses the back of his hand to my forehead before his worrisome inquiry.
I beg your pardon. What crying woman? Are you feeling well, madam?
In the cellar. Can't you hear her?
Madam Hannah, no one is down there.
What?
The cellar is locked. Only Luke and I have duplicates of the keys. Nobody is down there.
I stare at him in disbelief, but when I listen once more, I hear no crying. Tugging at the hatch for good measure prove his words to be true. Oh, so if I tried to open it, would it have worked? The thing won't budge unless I had a key, short of using power tools on it.
Perhaps it is time for you to go to bed, madam. You are simply tired and hearing things, a perfectly normal human experience. But if you are still experiencing auditory hallucinations in the morning, you are free to consult with me.
There's a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach as he helps me to my feet. What he says makes sense, and who am I to question someone who used to be a doctor? I'm just tired, that's it. Long day of moving, the interview, dealing with Luke, that has all drained me of any proper sense.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I just need some sleep, that's all.
Of course I'm right. Go on then. Gute Nacht.
Good night, Johannes. Good night, house.
It's just fatigue. That's what I keep telling myself, though I can't ignore the strange feeling in my gut. Either there's something wrong with this house or there's something wrong with my head. Sleep will be elusive tonight. Okay. I'm gonna save here. Oh, well, that was stressful. Get a tent, sleep outside. Not that that would save you. It doesn't matter where you are, apparently. My guess is if you tried to open it, it would have opened. So. You may want to take away Luke's key, seriously, though. Who can switch from doctor to butler? That's a good question. But we are going to switch to Wolf Prince's Patreon pick. But thank you so much, Hall, for this lovely Patreon pick. It's scary. Which is the point, I know. Thank you for being a lovely Patreon supporter. All the love.